Guys, Better Best Dog here, Better Best Dog TV. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. So, we got my guy Deuce here. He's been with me for about almost 5 days now, so I'm gonna give you a little update on where we're at with him, kind of give you a breakdown on what the first 72 hours look like for him, things that I did with him to make sure I got him comfortable and accommodated to his new surroundings and settings, and things that we were looking for and assessing over those 3 days to get an understanding of what we're gonna need to work on with him and how we're gonna continue to help better him for his owner, for Ron. So, as you guys saw, first 72 hours, and some of the other videos, one of the things that I did, make sure I always get him comfortable with the surroundings. What do I do when I first bring him home? I take him for a walk. Why do I take him for a walk? Take him for a walk because I want them to, one, calm their nerves, and two, to also get in tune with me. Know that they're okay when they're with me. Build that bond, build that relationships, and then let them know that everything is going to be okay moving forward. And then two, of course, we're working on the crate training as well. He is already pretty good in the crate, and I will say that one of the things that that we had to, kind of work through the first couple of nights was just making sure he was getting, anytime he was whining or crying in there, that he was okay for him to be in there. So just getting him used to all the different smells, the sounds, and the new noises. Okay, the other dogs that are in the house as well too, because he was reacting to that. As you can see, he's very energetic, very excited. He's a great dog all around, based off what I've learned so far. So, things that I've learned about him in that time frame, when I go with him on walks, he does some mild leash pulling. He has some skittish and nervous tendencies when it comes to random things like plastic bags and even reacting to other people's trash cans and such. So we're going to definitely have some socialization and things that we need to do with him specifically to continue to build his confidence. We need to work on some desensitization as well. As you saw even in the feeding time equals training time video, what did I do with him? I noticed that he was nervous about the poop bags when I would pull him out, so I made sure when I fed him, I leveraged a kid's swimming pool, and I put Walmart plastic bags in there so that I can start working through building his confidence and letting him know, hey, like, these are things not to be scared of. And I make sure I do that more than once. I don't just do that one time and then that's it. I continuously do that, at least for almost like 3 to 4, I've done it so far almost 4 times now. Every feeding that he's done, I've made sure I fed him in that swimming pool to get him comfortable with those type of things. And I'm gonna keep switching it up. Next week, I'm gonna do water bottles, and then I'm gonna take him out into different settings and keep working on socialization. And then, and desensitization, getting him onto multiple different surfaces, taking him into playgrounds. There's a lot that goes into this process, and I'm gonna try to build this process out over the next 3 weeks. So, things that I'm seeing with him so far. He's so good, really great dog. Nothing major that we're gonna have to work on, more so just creating boundaries, giving him some direction, showing him what control looks like too, working on that impulse, because when he comes off leash, as you see, he's kind of running around, jumping around. Right now he's just kind of chilling as he's gotten some of that, but look at that, he's ready. But we've been working on some basic commands with him. I've already started taking him through, and I don't hit the commands right away. I didn't start hitting commands about day 4 or 5 is when I really started hitting, hey, let's start working on your sit, let's work on your stay, let's work on your attention, let's work on your 3Ds, distance, duration, and distractions. All of these little things matter when building a dog and when building your pup as well too. So make sure you guys are taking the time to identify the things that your dog's gonna need, especially when you bring a new dog home or your puppy home. Create a plan for him. You've heard Trev talk about it time and time again about the importance of a plan. A plan is extremely important. You saw me in the other episode sit down and talk about the plan that I mapped out for all of our dogs: Ego, Tron, Cha-Cha, Hera, my dogs, etc. All the things that they're gonna need. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing for him. So I'll break off here momentarily, kind of show you the plan that I mapped out for him and what that's gonna look like over the next 21 days for him to get him where we need him to go. And then of course, hey, whoa, and see, that's the other thing we're gonna work on. That's the other thing. I did forget to mention that. He likes to jump up. No, hey, down. He likes to do this whole jumping up on people thing. So that is something we're definitely gonna address. We're gonna correct, and we're gonna get him, because that's one thing for Ron does want. He doesn't want his dog jumping up on his fiance. She is allergic. And he wants him to be able to, when he says, hey, go to your mat or go chill, he wants him to go lay down and not move. So I've already started working on the place command with him, and he's receiving things really well. Cane Corsos, they're very human driven. They want to protect. They're come from a working line breed. They are a working dog, but they definitely want to please their owner as well too. So, when working with him, A lot more positive reinforcement is going to help him. They are very sensitive as well too when it comes to negative reinforcement. So with him, like I said, he's all about pleasing. He just wants attention. He wants direction. He wants to be loved. I'm not saying that his owner, Ferran, doesn't give him any love, but his owner does travel quite a bit. So we want to make sure when he's around myself and Fibula team and other people that he's getting the attention and direction and love that he needs until his owner comes back. And then we'll, of course, assist Ferran and give him all the tools he needs to make sure that this continues to keep moving along forward when we teach him all the things that we need to teach him. So stay tuned. I'm going to go sit down, kind of walk you through the plan that I've mapped out for him. It is something that I'm working on so that we can simplify and streamline a process that every pet owner or dog owner for that matter can understand and can utilize just over a 3-week time frame. So stay tuned, people. I'm gonna show you the plan I'm mapping out for him and let you know some of the other things that we'll be doing with him from a physical standpoint, nutrition standpoint, and get him on his way. So, man. So, as I mentioned before, all right, now I had to put all this together on paper for Deuce, put a plan together for him. And what did that look like to start? Well, this is how it always starts. How do we create the best dog? And then, we build it around things. We want training and obedience. We want to make sure there's activity and fun. Those are going to be the primary foundations. And then, you got things that branch off into socialization, basic commands, behavior. We got physical exercise, mental stimulation, of course, playtime. All of these things matter when building out a plan. So this is where I started out when I was putting this plan together. These are all the questions that I was asking myself when trying to understand, what is it that we make sure everybody needs to know, and what it is that Deuce needs to know, so that we can make sure that he's successful long term when he goes back to Ferran, his owner. So, excuse me while I flip the camera here so I can see myself. So I had to take that, then I had to translate it onto paper. So this is what it looks like from me actually building it and putting it into the process from literally Monday to Tuesday. These are things that I'm literally working on with them every single day. There's Monday, there's a morning routine, there's an afternoon routine, there's evening activities. Tuesday, same thing, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And this is done for 3 weeks, people. This is week 2. Now we're gonna advance the skills. So when we're talking about building a dog, we gotta make sure your dog, zoom out there, has a plan. And in this case, this is a plan that I'm putting Deuce through right now so that I can help develop it. And right now, we just got almost finished through week 1 outside of his onboarding process. I started putting him through some basic stuff and he's already catching on quickly just by simple repetition and routine. All dogs need routine and structure. You have heard us talk about that time and time again, the importance of your dog having a routine and structure. That's the one thing I noticed when I brought him in. Oh man, all he just needs is some attention, some guidance, and some leadership. So you put him on a solid routine and structure, he'll start to boom, boom, boom. And sure enough, by day 3, like everything was just starting to click for him click for him quickly. How overcoming his fears, him getting out there, him getting more comfortable with me, and then also wanting to please me as far as, in regards to doing what he's asked. So I cannot stress enough. Remember, Trev has said it before. You always have to have a plan, whether it be for yourself, whether it be if you want to build out your social media pages, or even if you have a dog that you want to build out for the best lifestyle you want. Write down all the things that you want from your dog. What do I want my dog to do? Do I want my dog to at least be able to come when I call him? Do I want my dog to ever recognize me? Do I not want my dog to jump up on people? Do I want my dog to go lay down when I tell him to go lay down? If those are things that I want him to do, then you build it around. Every dog is customizable. Every dog is customizable. Remember, not all dogs have to be the same. Some of my dogs aren't going to be as great as Rocco, AKA Stan's dogs. Trev has his routine with his dogs here, and I have my routine with my dogs over there. But at the root of it, we all have a level of peace in our home because our dogs are in a structured routine and schedule. So that's what I did. I was like, let me develop a solid structured routine and schedule for my man Deuce here, but will help make him successful long term, especially when he transitions back over to his owner Ferran and goes back home. So this is a 3-week structure that I built out for him. And then, of course, along the way, I'm gonna be tweaking it, I'm gonna be modifying it, I'm gonna be asking Trev and Stan for guidance on areas that we need improvement and things that we need to add to this as far as, to continue to keep developing him. And this is just from a training and command standpoint, and also socialization too. So that's not including the physical activity and nutrition. I've already put him on a process where he was eating 2 meals a day, wanted to test the theory, see if he's gonna lose any weight over the next week. And I just dialed him back to 1 meal because he's eating basically almost 8 cups of kibble a day, which I think is a little excessive right now. And plus, if there's no added nutrients, then you know, as you already know, he has the atrophy in his leg, and when you're on a routine and structure, you want to make sure we're getting him the nutrients that he needs. So I've already made some slight adjustments, nothing major, just started adding some eggs to his food, and that's it right now. Then I'm gonna gradually start inviting other things such as turkey necks and probably some green beans and some other greens, and then even some other fibers that will help assist with him as well. But right now he's adjusting very well. You know, he doesn't, his energy levels are still up there. He's always tuned in and dialed in when we go out to do any work, whether it be command work, whether it be walk training, or whether we go out and we do or leash training, or when we can go out and play. He's always tuned in. Energy levels are up. He's sleeping good at night. So from a nutrition standpoint, those are things that I'm going to start working on with him over the next few weeks to start implementing, just to see how he fares. I'll definitely weigh him today, see where he's at in a couple weeks from now, and then kind of update you guys on that also. And then the other thing that, you know, we're going to be working on with him is physical activity. And so that's going to make sure getting him hill work, going to take him to the sand pit, and, you know, have him get him on the flirt pole in the sand pit a little bit, and doing some fetch. All these little things are going to help really take him to the next level from a physical standpoint. It's going to help him release a lot of energy, because Cane Corsos, man, they're meant to work, so they got to do something. They got to do something. So if you have one, just know you need to do some work with it. And if you don't, then they're going to tear up your house. And that's a whole nother thing that you don't want. So make sure your dog has a structured routine. Make sure you have a plan for your dog. Whatever it is you want to accomplish with your dog, make sure you write it out and map out a process to achieve what it is you want. And the other thing, you got to stay consistent, and please be patient. That's the other part. We have to be patient with the process, people. That's where you got to start to learn how to manage your own energy. And then make sure that you're just getting them out and having a good time. Stay tuned, people. Take care of your dogs. Deuce is coming right along. He's learning quite a bit very quickly. I'm very excited to work with him. Can't wait for, you know, to keep working with him and see how far we can really push him. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to respond to them. And if not, at least create some videos around the questions you may have. Stay tuned, people. Take care of your dogs. And as always, remember, just do your best.